Welcome to part 2. Okay, babe, we are moving on to eyes. I'm gonna pick up the Pt.2 Major Dimension 3 palette. This is the all matte neutral palette right here. It looks like this. This is my go-to. I've gone through 3 of them, I think. I finally decided that I had to find something to replace my Jaclyn Hill palette because I was just like, you can't peel this out of my cold, dead hands. I swear to God, I will have to be buried with this. So I found this palette like maybe a year and a half ago and I freaking love it. Gorgeous. Okay, I'm gonna pick up this light brown peachy shade right here on a small fluffy brush. This is a Morphe brush. I am still using the M433. For those of you who don't previously own Morphe brushes, what are you using right now? Like, I don't know what eyeshadow brushes are being sold right now. Like, what is the poppin' brand for eyes? I'm yapping and I'm not showing you, sorry. Okay, so we're gonna swirl, 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 tap off that excess. You do not want all of that on your face because what it's gonna do is go just straight on your cheek. After you give that a good tap, I kind of tap right here in the inner corner, find that crease of your eye, keep your eye open while you're blending. Look straight, don't look down, don't look up, look straight into your mirror if you can, if you have a mirror straight in front of you, because that's where you're gonna see your creases. If you don't have a prominent crease, that's okay. You're gonna create that crease with this fluffy brush. You're gonna get the majority of color right there in this area of the eye. Naturally, you're not gonna have as much on your brush. That's when you're gonna start moving it up towards the eyebrow. The reason you're doing this, guys, is not just to blend, but also if you keep that color low down, it's gonna make your eyes look smaller. No one out there is trying to have smaller looking eyes. You want your eyes to be open and bright and awake. That's the point of makeup. Start blending it up towards the brow. Now, we will go back in and re-highlight that area later, very strategically in a very small way. But for now, that's what you should be looking at. I don't like to bring too much of it into the inner corner of the eye. It's just gonna kind of like shrink in that, and we don't want that to happen. So I like to think of my makeup as the same way I think of my fashion. It just gets better as you layer, okay? It's like when you just put on jeans and a t-shirt and that's it. Okay, yeah, whatever, it's cute, you're running out the door. But when you add on the jewelry, when you add on the cute shoes, when you add on the baseball cap, when you start adding on the accessories, the outfit comes together and really starts looking more luxe, more together. It's the same exact thing with makeup. You're gonna wanna just build and layer if you have the time. So now that I have on this shade, I'm going to grab the shade next to it, which is just a little bit darker. Tapping off the excess, going in, keeping this low down, and then layering it right over top of that. The beauty really comes with the layering. Okay, so now at this time, I'm gonna grab a pencil brush and I'm gonna grab a little bit of both of these shades. And I'm gonna take this and put this on the under eye. I do not want a lot of this color on the inner corner right here specifically. We're saving that for a lighter shade. So we're gonna just do this on the outer corner and bring it inward, but not all the way inward. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of start to blend that out the same exact way we did up on top. See how low I'm going with this now? I'm bringing it into my blush. This is why I don't do my actual powder blush until the end, because I wanna get my shadow done and then I wanna blend my blush into my shadow so that everything kind of comes together and just creates like this creamy, buttery, soft, blended like whisper of color on my cheeks. Grabbing the same brush that I use on my upper lid, I'm gonna just go under here with that and blend it out. You see what I'm creating, right? So see the difference between this eye right now and this eye, the difference in this area. Okay, now let me show you a little something that I don't see a lot of people do. Grab a powder, any powder. You can use the Charlotte Tilbury powder that we use on the face. The one size, I'm using the Max Studio Fix because it's what I have right here in my hand. Any sort of little small packing brush like this, put that powder that's the same color as your face right here in this inner corner before you put on any shimmer shadow. What this is gonna do is kind of be a makeup eraser for any eyeshadow that spilled over into the inner corner, because it's just gonna make your eyes look smaller. It's gonna bring your eyebrows down and it's gonna like give you this look. Do you see the difference between the powder on this eye and this eye? Because in person, it is a very big difference. But I do know that sometimes the camera does not pick things up the same way that it translates in person. In person, it's like, wow. Okay, now I'm gonna put shimmer on my eyes. I have been in such a shimmer mood the last couple of months. And yes, I'm going to grab my Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry, but like I can't find shimmers anywhere. Okay, so I'm gonna grab these 2 shades right here. Not like it matters. This is not for sale anymore, but grab any shimmer that you know and love. I always wet my brush with MAC Fix Plus. Some things never change because I want them to be nice and metallic. Okay, and then in the inner corner, I bring that shimmer up a little bit higher than normal. I don't stop it at the crease of my eye, more towards my nose and my brow, because it just gives you like that, grabbing a straight brush like this. Now I'm gonna go back in with that palette and I'm going to pick up this deep, rich brown and this neutral brown and just mix those two shades together. And this is gonna be my liner. So I'm just gonna stipple this all across my lash line, and I'm going to be doing like these almost like pushing up motions with my brush. Make sure before you do this though, that you are tapping off the excess, always, okay? So you're like going like this, you're touching this, you're touching this, and then otherwise when you're doing this motion, that brown shadow is just gonna fall all over your cheeks. Okay, and then we're just gonna work this into the shadow. And now that I don't have as much on my brush, I'm just kind of moving it around. If you did this as soon as you put it on your lid, you would have a brown shadow all over your cheeks once again, but it should look something like that. Okay, so now I'm gonna curl my lashes and put on some false lashes. I know the lighting just changed aggressively, but I opened up my drapes because even though it is only 3:45, the sun is beginning to set and it's getting dark in here. Okay, so I'm gonna pop on a pair of lashes and I'm gonna keep it so for real with you. I'm going to be gluing on a pair of crusty, dusty lashes that I've worn like 4 times already. I just don't feel like opening up a new package and doing the things. And honestly, this is real life. Oh well. If you feel like you cannot get it on, it's probably because you are looking straight forward. You've got to look straight down because then you can really see the band and what you're doing. Also, if you feel like you're struggling and you just like grab your eye like this and work on your lashes, just do me a favor, take a little bit of your face powder, put your finger in the powder, get it on your finger like that, and then you can pull at your eye and it won't ruin your makeup over here on the side of your eye. Just wipes right off. Okay, so the next few steps that I'm about to do on my eyes are my absolute favorite part of my eye makeup because it's going to completely transition this eye look from something that's just like a little basic to so pretty. I'm gonna do it all in one eye so you can see the difference. First step, I'm taking a black liner and I'm gonna tight line my upper rim of my eye. I'm using Pat McGrath, but my favorite one is actually Rare Beauty. Okay, so while you're doing this, you're gonna just drag that up, and this is what's going to help cover up your natural lashes and marry it into your false lashes. Grab some mascara if you need to, because you do not want to see the difference of your real lashes and your fake. They need to be the same shade of black. When you get up close to someone and you can see their natural lashes do not have a coat of mascara on them, it's very, very obvious, and then it's all you're gonna be looking at. Like just that step right there, look at the difference that made. Just marrying those lashes and putting that black liner up there. Next, I'm going to grab a liquid eyeliner. This is by House Labs, and I'm going to line the top of those lashes, but I'm going to do a very thin line if you are capable. Sometimes I get a little heavy-handed. I'm like, oh shit, I've got like this thick line. A light line just to cover up the strip. I'm also gonna get that on the inner corner. Okay, so look at what that line did, right? It's not like a thick line of eyeliner. It just covers up the band of the lash, and again, just marries it all together onto the eye. So now that we've done that, we are going to take a dark brown shade, and I'm going to put this all over the bottom of my waterline now. You do not have to do this. You can keep this look much more simple. You could do a creamy shade in here. You could do a white shade. You could do nothing. I am just putting this all over the bottom line, but not just on the waterline. I'm kind of pushing it into my lashes and like a little underneath of my waterline as well, because I'm going to blend it out. Okay, so see how that product is under there like that? It's just not looking good. It doesn't matter. That's what we want. Grab that same flat brush that we were working with just a minute ago. Grab this really warm shade right here, and then you are going to just rub this back and forth. Do it until your fingers bleed. Okay, grabbing a pencil brush and then just going over all of that so we don't have any harsh lines. Then grabbing this light shade right here and the white, I'm going to take just a little stippling brush and I'm going to dab that on the inner corner for that matte inner corner highlight, just that little pop. You guys, I'm ashamed of myself. I just now realized I did not highlight my brow bone. Okay, I'm grabbing Rare Beauty Exhilarate and a teeny tiny precise brush, and I'm going to use that to pop a little highlight right there. Okay, so look at the difference between these two eyes with just those few steps. And that's not even with bottom mascara, just those few steps. So crucial. So when you get done doing your false lashes, you are not done. You have more steps to do to make your eyes pop. So listen, we are at the point now where we get to apply our blush. I'm gonna go in with MAC Copper Tone, good old MAC blushes. I know that the baby pink cheek is so in right now, but I have personally just really been feeling a nice peachy coppery shade, especially this time of year with like warm lips, warm eyes. I just think that it looks so pretty together. So I'm gonna focus this on the outer corner of the eye, just like I did with the creams, and then blend that literally like into the eyeshadow, up and around, down on the cheek. And then I'm gonna do a little bit over the nose. Then what I'll do is grab a big old fluffy brush. I'll grab some of that blush right there. And then I will take that and I will blend it into my eyeshadow and into my blush so that everything marries together so nicely on that outer part of the face. Hello, so good. Then I'm gonna add some glow to my face. Ooh, 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 ooh. She's brand new. How could I not? I'm gonna add in a little bit of highlight. Jeez. And I am just going to do a kiss of this just because why wouldn't I? There is not anything like it. For my lips, I'm going to use Makeup Forever Anywhere Caffeine. This is like my #1 favorite lip liner ever. It's Wherever Walnut, not Anywhere Caffeine. This is not the shade I wanted. All right, well, apparently I'm out of my favorite lip liner. I literally can't find it anywhere. Okay, instead I'm gonna use Makeup by Mario Smoky Pink. Don't hate me, I'm sorry. I still use my lipsticks. All right, to set the face, I have my own little combo that I'm obsessed with right now. First things first, I go with the iconic London Setting Mist. This is like the one that has shimmer in it, but it does not look shimmery on the skin. It's just beautiful. So I spray my entire face, like so, and you'll see the immediate difference from that. Turn at the top when your face is wet, because that's when your product will settle into your fine lines. So try not to move. Okay, so you see that glow, period. Then I go with this Diablo spray right here, okay? So the way I do this one is I cover up my nose and I spray just my face. All right, you guys, so this is the finished look. I am so sorry about how much the lighting has changed throughout this video. I definitely chose the wrong time of day to film this, but I am so glad that I did, because genuinely it filled my cup and my heart just feels like satisfied right now. And I hope that you guys really enjoy it. Hopefully you learned some tips. Hopefully you got some like refreshing tips, things maybe you forgot about today. And that's it. I need to stop babbling. And also I will say that although this was long, this is such an easy look to do. I could do this honestly with no mirror, I think. Okay, that's it. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.